Alrighty, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Where do I start? So for those of you who followed or follow my videos, this video is a continuation from yesterday for us, but it's the next video 2 weeks later for you guys. But so for those of you who watched the last video, we come across the Erie Peninsula twice in a 48-hour period, from the Bight out onto Sea Lake in Victoria inland, Lake Tyrrell. We headed out there last night and did some astrophotography with the Milky Way, and then rolled into camp nearly midnight. Had a hot chocolate and a little bit of chocolate, and yeah, fixed ourselves up and jumped into bed. We parked on a nice patch of green grass that we got told this morning when we were woken up with a knock on the door. You can't park here. But well, yeah, what do you do? It was late, we come in, there's no signs anywhere. But we are at Green Lake campsite in Sea Lake. It's about 9 kilometers out of town, and I've been out this way before. They used to have the showground open for camping, but I've got to say, this place is bang on down here. It's tucked away, it's just out of town. Good clean toilets, showers, and plenty of camping options here beside the lake. But today we're going to head down to Lake Tyrrell and just have a look. It is a sunset viewing place, but we chose to have a bit of a sleep in before we hit back onto the peninsula, because we had done a couple of 2 a.m. starts and had a few big days on the road, and that was also another big day. So yeah, we chose to have a bit of a sleep in on a roadside camp spot and do the big stretch from there to here. So yeah, up this morning, a little feeling a little wrecked. Had a good rest, but still feeling wrecked. Going to head over to Lake Tyrrell, have a look there, and then go from there. Head over and pick up a few little groceries and things, maybe grab a coffee from the coffee shop, and we will head on out and make our way over to Lake Tyrrell, from Lake Tyrrell over to the Grampians. We've got a sunset shot and a sunrise shot in the Grampians. Sunset to Salvo and sunrise tomorrow morning. But we've got a bit of time to kill today, so we'll go and check out Lake Tyrrell while we're here. I might drive you into the bus so you can have a look at the daylight bus from the night before, for anybody who did watch it, and we will make our way over to the Grampians. So let's get into it. This is where we were last night, and I'll just turn you around for a second. That is the bus we were photographing last night, and the core of the Milky Way come up and over here and rose up and over the middle of the bus there. But yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. The stars out here last night were just phenomenal. Like really dark skies. The moon didn't come up until like nearly midnight, so we were out here for quite a while, setting everything up and put some lights on the van and whatnot. But yeah, jump on over and check out the last video that we uploaded, and you'll get a look at this place. It's pretty epic. But yeah, pretty cool old bus, just dumped out here in the middle of nowhere. You can see we just sort of get the salt lakes out here somewhere. We'll go and have a look at that in a minute. I'd say you get the locals that come down here and do their thing. Anyhow, we'll get a move on over to the viewing platform there at Lake Tyrrell. I don't know what the go is over there. Last time I was here it was dry. If it did have water in it, I'd be more inclined to hang around for sunset, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I'll go over and have a look and see what it looks like. Just thought I'd bring you over here, check out this place, and yeah, if you're interested in seeing it, you know, the night sky at its best, jump on over and have a look at the last video, because it's definitely worth it. It was a lot of fun to be out here last night. Alright guys, so we made it up to the Grampians. It's absolutely blowing a gale and it is freezing up here. But you know, there wasn't much I could do here. It's not a hike, it's straight up to a viewpoint lookout, and yeah, there's nowhere where you can pull over and do any video, any B-roll, anything like that. I did a little bit of video on the drone on the way in for you, to a few little spots, but yeah, it is what it is. But give me a second, I'll put this camera over here and show you what I'm sizing up out here. Alright, hopefully you can hear me with all this wind, but yeah, you can see down here we've got the rocks pointing out to the platform, which points out into the scene out here. And you got this lovely lake out here surrounded by, like, looks like an old volcano. It's probably not, but yeah, you got this awesome one that runs out the back here too. But I've centered this up in the middle here, and earlier on, just before, I stood out over here and got a shot. But look, I'm shooting with the ultra wide angle lens here. It's blowing a gale, so I'm only sitting on about f9. I've got my ISO up quite high, so I can pick my shutter speed up enough for the trees off to the near here to not look absolutely stupid. But yeah, this one I will merge into a shot I do tomorrow morning up at another lookout for a sunrise. So with any luck, that's a decent sunrise up there. But it is what it is. Whatever it is whatever it was meant to be. Anyway, it's freezing up here. We still got to get into camp. I'm hoping camp's pretty protected because yeah, it's blowing a gale. Anyway, I'll get out. I'll probably get another shot just when this light changes a bit. The hues are starting to come in over here and up here now. So I'll hang just a little bit longer and see if I can get that shot with the light. Hang in there with me. I will join tomorrow's sunrise into today's video. Guys, that was just absolutely ludicrous up there. I couldn't even think properly to do the video properly. It was just blowing a gale, and I was looking across to the side of me, and Debbie's got ice forming on her nose and her teeth are chattering. So, you know, and then the other thing is too, look, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. That's the reality of it. But I had a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow morning too, and so there's no other way to say it, but for us to do the hike tomorrow morning, we got to get up at like 4:30 in the morning, so we can leave the campsite by 5, get up to our destination by 5:30, and then hike up to our sunrise spot by 6:30, and it's a hell of a hike up this mountain. But when I had a look at the weather, it come in and said 1% visibility for sunrise and 65% low cloud. So for me, it's a bit of a no-brainer. I'm not going to drag Debbie up that time in the morning and hike up the top of the mountain for nothing. That's just crazy. So as much as I love doing what I'm doing, and you know, you win some, you lose some, we will instead maybe go here, back up here, and see if we can find one of the waterfalls down here. Every other time I've been up here in the Grampians, I haven't gone anywhere near the waterfalls. I've been pushed for time, and the sun has always been out, and the highlights on the waterfalls so I just haven't bothered going down there. But with 65% low cloud tomorrow, and a bit of fog around, it might be worth going and have a look, see as soon as we're going to skip the sunrise shoot. So that'll be that. We're headed back to camp now, a place called Jimmy's Creek campground, and we'll see how sheltered it is down there from the wind, if we can crack up a fire or not, fix ourselves up some dinner, and settle in for the night. So yeah, hang in there. A new day will dawn, and I'll continue through with this video. Good morning, guys. So yesterday when I finished off the video, we were planning on doing a sunrise that we decided not to go ahead with because of the weather and whatnot, and it just was a big hike up. We didn't want to do that for nothing. So then what I decided to do was divert my energy to a waterfall. When I looked into the waterfall, it's not something you're going to catch me photographing, but at the same time, there's not been a lot of water around here for a while either, so I figured, you know, no point doing that. The idea here was to just close the video off here and give my apologies, but the other problem we had with everything is we're noticing roads closed everywhere, and if you can see the scene behind me, it's had fires that have just ripped through this place like no tomorrow. There's road closures all over the place. They've got a lot of the park open, but there's still a lot of the park that's closed. So I figured what I was going to do was I'll pull up, I'll throw the drone up and give you guys a look at how bad the fires have ripped through here. And I'm also going to see, if you see behind me here, we've got thousands of these black boys. And these black boys love fire. And if you buy them from a nursery, they cost a fortune. But so I'm thinking it's a good opportunity to actually find a good little bunch of black boys with some burnt tree and some fresh foliage coming up on it, and photograph that just to finish this video off. So my apologies on the video. I tell you what, a couple of big days crossing the Erie Peninsula, out on the Great Australian Bight, a lot of hours on the road, and then sort of, even though we had one day there where we had a bit of rest after, for those of you who watched my last video, out on Lake Tyrrell, there was a lot of hype, a lot of excitement, but we also stayed up very late that night too. So while we got rest, we pushed it later than we usually do as well. But yeah, Jimmy's Creek campground here in the Grampians is just absolutely fantastic. We stayed there last night. We're just up the road from there now. But yeah, give me a minute. I'll see if I can walk around here and find something that'll work. I think I've already got one or two compositions in mind. The thing for me is going to try and find some separation so I can just focus on that area and not have it clouded and encroached with other subjects. But I took a drone shot up there as well, so I'll put them up and I'll put this shot up as well. And thanks for coming along for another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright guys, so my camera caddy Debbie just found this area here. I actually don't mind it. The issue I had with shooting anywhere here is if I go too far high and it includes the sky. Look, I'll show you how ugly that looks. That's just not something I want to do. So if we bring the camera down just a little bit, and what we're doing here is this one here is anchoring the image. I had to keep a bit of a space here from the edge of the frame on this one, and a bit of a space from the edge of the frame on this one. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about this one. And we've got all the burnt off trees in the background. Now the reason I think this works is because there's no distractions in amongst all the black boys with the trees. They're all up the back of the scene. And being the fact that I've been able to get some breathing space between the edges of the frame and something to anchor it in the foreground. So yeah, I'll wrap off this shot. Let me know what you think of it. It was pretty cool driving past all these like thousands and thousands and thousands of black boys here, and being able to see the scene like that, even though the devastation's there. I guess backburning is a big part of maintaining the parks and gardens, so it is what it is. I did shoot another shot over with a tree. I'm not sure if I'll put that in. If it comes up all right and I end up doing it, then I'll put it in. But yeah, I like the colour in the scene with the stark contrast of all the blacks in the burning of the forest. Again, thanks for coming along. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.